Okay, I was just talking to this legend and he's given us a route to agua termale y una cascada. Cascada también. Hey, what are you saying?
Para ti, para ayudarte.
Another go at 3 wheels to Alaska. We were just parked up, literally getting the GPS out, trying to look at the route to Cochabamba. It's about 5.5 hours in a car. Obviously, that's going to be far more extended in the tuk-tuk. But after an hour and a half on the route, we'll apparently find a good spot. Yeah, man. No. Ese cerro. Muy amable. Ciao. Look at that. What a legend. All right. Well, we got the plans for the day. How good.
Con el calor de tus manos, con el sabor de tu boca, suelto y me entrego a tus brazos. Siempre he deseado amar así. Me entrego a ti, como el sol se entrega al mar. Cuando te vi, fue algo en ti que reconocí. Amar así, amar así, amar así, amar así.
That's a gorgeous view. We're passing through dirt house village towns, but nothing seems to be open. It is about midday, so we're getting a bit peckish. Helping some locals out get some lunch would be fantastic, but yeah, when that happens, we don't know. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's Bolivia's Mount Everest on our left. Oh, happy tears. I freaking love nature. Love traveling, especially with this little one in the back there. Man, the very tops of it are getting blocked by this cloud, but it's huge. It's huge. EP05, mountain driving in Bolivia. Look at that. This is a town we might be able to find a feed, or two. There's even a town. Oh, I think that's saying we're getting close to the thermal pools. Cool, this is saying I've got some sort of lunch going. And this is that's an entrance to another town about 3.5 kilometers down the road, but this here is going to be perfect. You got almuerzo completo, which means you got soup and a main. Well, provecho. ¿Tienes almuerzo? Sí. Un completo con pollo del jugo, por favor.
¿Sopa de agua o fideo?
¿Fideo o qué?
Fideo. Y
Fideo.
agua.
Perfecto, perfecto, gracias. Nice. Got some town folks checking it out. photos. Oh, there's even a bus that pulled up. They might be having lunch in here as well. Or even just stop and let some travelers out. And this is quite a big restaurant, so they'd have some quality food as well, and some quality production, making it all fresh at least, which is good. Nice. It's good to just chill. Yeah, the bus has stopped off for everybody to have lunch as well. Good. This is a good spot then. Fantastic. Eating with the locals is the best. Muchísimas gracias. Look at that. So, first course is a pasta soup. Interesting, but it's filling and quite good as well. Oh, we already got the second plate as well. Don't do that, bud. There's a lot of people around the tuk-tuk, but Patty seems really chill. It's just a kid looking at her. She's doing well, just chilling. Pasta on pasta. Carbs on carbs on carbs. Man, we just got our food before everybody kind of come in, just in time. So, good stuff though. Well, that was quite a filling lunch for $2. And there was an older gentleman. I didn't think it would happen, but because she was being so calm and chill, but he was standing right here looking at the vehicle. And then Patty, the little legend, started to have a good bark at him. Good girl. So it's exactly what we need her for, because we don't have doors that can lock. She's a little bit of a guardian when we're doing things like just having lunch and going into a store to just buy something. But we got the whole town looking at us, ladies and gentlemen. Perfecto. Alright. Classic. Find a spot to stop, hey Pats? These are very simple people in simple parts of the world. They've not seen anything like this. They've seen plenty of tuk-tuks with the amount that are in this region, which is so cool. But they just watched an Australian fella jump in one and drive away. Oh man. It's looking like some thermal hot pool weather. Surely, if this local recommendation comes through and gets pulled off, this would be an incredible day of adventuring, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! I'm in awe. What do you call a fuel station with no fuel? Fuck. Station for advice. I think we're close to the thermal pools. We might have actually passed it. That little town with the entrance where we just had lunch at, that sign I think was saying, we're about to find out. Perdón, ¿cómo estás? Quiero ir a un piscinas termales cerca de aquí.
No hay.
En Pollo o Habana. Oh.
Habana hay, pero hay con Pata.
¿Es cerca de aquí?
¿Ah?
¿Es cerca de aquí? ¿Dónde es?
¿Cuántos minutos más? Habana. Medio. No, medio.
Y estoy en Torito, ¿puedo llegar?
Claro, llegas.
Ok, es por allá.
Sí.
Es muy lindo aquí, es muy lindo, ok. Entra ella hasta allá.
Sí.
Y no hay gasolina.
No hay gasolina.
Okay, gracias. It's a good thing like we're not counting on gasoline. And the fact that in Santa Cruz they're telling us now you can't fill up your red containers, it's very necessary for us to travel with other fuel, because our fuel tank is tiny and this happens regularly. So here we go. When you see the cones just chucked in front, even on the side of the diesel, they've got no diesel, no gasoline. Eh? So we're pretty close. They said half an hour. It's a bit of a detour though. Buenos consejos. Okay, gracias. Okay, we've just stopped off. There is thermal pools that way, back where we just come from. Usually I wouldn't try to do adventuring if we're trying to drive the 200 kilometers, but it's more a priority right now to live a bit of adventure rather than rather than just drive. So okay, amigos, gracias.
Déjalo,
¿Cómo?
déjalo el perro, me lo llevo.
Cool. They were nice lads. And we'll let Paddy out. If we're going to sit in a thermal pool for a little bit, I wanna... Fuck. Classic. Some stray dog. Fuck. Can't let you out just anywhere and everywhere apparently, Pats. We'll go up the road a bit. We found a spot, didn't we? You're on the trots. Good girl, Pats. Free. Good friend. You're right. So that's the sign that I saw before. I don't know why I thought, nah, it's not the thermal pools that I'm looking for. Of course it would be. So we're gonna go find them. Let's see what they're about. I have had high expectations before for Argentinian thermal pools that I was kind of disappointed by. So I think we're just going in with just a really empty, free mindset. We're back at that entrance again, where we had lunch across the road, and then, yeah, in 4 kilometers, we're gonna see about what's going on. In a little town called Pojo. And of course, I didn't think that it would be 4 kilometers of this bitumen, because it's not. But it's tuk-tuk friendly nonetheless, and it's a gorgeous freaking day to be driving in amongst these mountains. Look at that, that mountain range is something. We're just at 700. Cruising through the mountain range in 2nd gear, going where these guys go. Yeah! That's quite a big town surrounded by obviously magnificent views in these mountain ranges that it's in. So these thermal pools might be well worth it, the way these are looking, because for some of these really small towns to thrive, you've got to be built around something. So see how it goes. We've got the wildest thing I've ever seen on my trip through Bolivia, which is the smoothest cobblestone tiles. These must be brand new. It's silent. It is silent, and it's just a narrow street where the houses, they back onto it, so there's not many garages or front doors. There is here, but apparently we just keep going down this way for the thermal pools. But there's a church there. Like, I'm just coasting. I actually stalled, so that might help with the silence. It's just, it's almost like an electric tuk-tuk at this point. Wow. It's just nothing. They're probably the most peaceful town I've ever been in, where you can only really hear the wind. Piscinas termales.
Termales.
Sí.
En el río, pues.
¿Cómo?
En el río había aguas termales.
Sí.
Aquí en el río puedes ir al lado de allá, a la puente.
En el puente.
Ahí arribita, ahí vas a averiguar por allá.
Eres en el lado del puente.
A la mano derecha vas a entrar al río.
Perfecto. Ok, muchas gracias. Gracias. Muy amable. So, we've got it.
So that behind me looks like it was an event hall at one point, and with the wall art of the man that would have been not fighting with the bull, but kind of an act that involved the bull and a bit of a blanket, a red blanket obviously. This might have been at one point a bit of a spot where they had some bullfighting. So I'm just leaving Tori back there. I'm not really convinced that the tuk-tuk could get back up this hill, and I believe it's just here, these thermal pools. So we're heading down with little Pats. I'm gonna figure it out on foot. There's a way I could cross the bridge and kind of park in a more visible spot, which I might do, but I don't believe Bolivia's a whack place where I don't know what's gonna be thermal pools and what's not, but this looks like calcium or sulfate. I don't know, but it looks like something that could be a byproduct if the thermal pools are kind of left out high and dry. They said that the thermal pools are going to be on the side of the river. So the river temperature, I'm really just bringing the thongs, the shorts. Oh, it's got that smell of thermal pools. Like yeah, the river's definitely cold, but then what about this? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I actually don't want Paddy drinking the water. So these are where the thermal pools is. This runoff is very warm compared to the river there. So because I don't want Paddy to drink the water, I reckon, I don't know if I'm swimming, that's the thing. It's almost like we've got to swim, otherwise it was a wasted journey. So it's got kind of a stagnant smell to it. And there's clear like moss, a lot of bacteria. No, don't drink that. Patty, hey, nope. Good girl. This is it, it's very green. Oh. And yeah, that's what thermal pools are, kind of. You expect them to be this beautiful bath temperature, but it's kind of like if you're the fourth person in a bath. The water's a bit grimy and the temperature's, you'd rather it almost cold at that point. So I wonder where the water's kind of coming from. Good girl. She's not drinking any. She knows the go. She knows the drill. It's a cool, like, she's crazy. She's got this gorgeous look in her eye, but yeah. Nah, I don't even think I'm game enough to swim. You can't, well, what I'm looking at here, you can't swim. It's barely ankle deep. It's got that sulfite smell kind of in the air. Well, then we're kind of running out of sunlight. It was interesting to find this spot. It's always interesting when the world gives you kind of rare occurrences of a thermal pool of water that's kind of come out of nowhere and it's quite got some warmth to it. But all this coloration, I realize now, I called it before, that would have all been from thermal pools originally that have dried up. So I think that the original thermal pools aren't as vivid as they once were, and it would have come from all the way up there as well. So it's crazy how this coloration happens after. Wow, this would have once been quite a big kind of thermal pool river almost. So yeah, looks like it goes around the bend. We might just be in a dry period of this thermal pool activity. It's good to just get Paddy on the trot a little bit. Hey, don't drink that.
Nope, 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 nope. So yeah, it comes around the bend. All coloration through there. Vamos, 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 putts. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Nonetheless though, it wasn't a waste because we still saw a bit of what we came for, but it just wasn't the 5-star hotel suite where there's robes on the side and you've got like your thermal pools that are kind of chest deep. That's why I never have my hopes up for natural thermal pools, hey? Like look at me, had the thongs and shorts as well, and somehow we still got disappointed even though there weren't expectations. Not really.